Previously. Wait. Welcome to Adventures Unabridged.
Okay.
The meeting will come to order.
Okay.
Are we good now? Because we
Yeah,
talked about Steve-O's thing for news anchors, and we
Dick
talked
pills.
about penis pills and penis pilsners.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And do we have and Loch lost your dice?
Did you get the dice? Did it die?
It's really far away. I'm just gonna.
So you don't need it.
Well, it's not one of my favorites.
What's the interruption this week?
Previously on the secret or on Adventures. I've been doing so well. Previously on Adventures Unabridged, you all retreated from the coast of the Fallen God Sea after seeing an army beginning to invade the mainland, accompanied by a looming green cloud overhead. And one evening, you examined this strange compass that you retrieved from the sunken waste outside of Shallowgrave. And when you were doing that, none other than your old nemesis, Scott, appeared before you, reaching for the artifact. Before he had a chance to grab it, however, you all absolutely whooped his ass.
Nope.
And he ran away before you could kill him.
Nope. Pierce did.
Yeah. Yeah, you all as a strike.
It was a
Pierce.
team effort, but Pierce did it all. Because he had like 5 attacks now. Like, what was it, 4 attacks? 5?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like, I think it was maybe 6 attacks because it's 3 plus 3. I think it was somewhere around there.
And
He got shot a bunch of times and ran
That was
away.
a lot.
You
Sorry.
almost killed him. Like, it was lucky for him that he got away. Anyway, following that, you ventured northwest toward the mysterious and enigmatic nation of Vendrir, specifically to the capital city of Nevyra. Nevyra, of course, being the recurring name in your adventures that you've heard a lot about, but none of you have ever been to. Your friends you met in Sci-Hoff, Brenna, Nicole, and Mix, were from there, and you've since learned that it seems to be the location of Pierce's estranged father. And a second of these fields of strange emerald embers that seem to be attached to ash, like the one you found in Renmore. As you got nearer to Nevyra, you heard a rumble and saw a massive floating ship, the likes of which none of you have ever seen, just hovering in the sky overhead. And when you finally got to Nevyra proper, you were surprised to see the city was a non-traditional one in that it was sideways. It seemed to be comprised of layers built into the wall of a cliffside with lifts that scaled up and down the height of it. And that is where we're going to pick up tonight's session. It is twilight as you all look over this crater, this gorge, and you hear the noise, the hustle and bustle of the sideways city of Nevyra. So, the nobodies, what are you doing?
Okay.
All right. First things first is finding a place to hunker
Eat.
down.
Well,
Sleep.
we're gonna go.
Either one.
Who?
Nicole said that we could come there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Free's good.
Yeah.
City center.
And also, we maybe like if we kind of lay low somewhere where we know some people, we maybe won't stand out.
Right.
I
You don't want
always
to look
lay
like
low because of the height thing.
So that works. Yeah.
good opener, Q.
I need a different last name because I don't want to be linked as a changeling to the Shadow Moors because we are elves.
Yes. Shadow
How are we gonna
Blast.
schedule a wedding in this, like...
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh.
Wait, what? They don't like elves here?
No, it's just like, at home we're elves, but I'm actually a changeling. But right
Yeah.
now I'm a changeling, and I don't really feel like
She's-
being an elf.
It's kind of a big deal.
No, I'm just saying.
Do you have other aliases?
No, because the first time I
Like-
ever really left was
Well,
when
you
I-
have Fluffy.
yeah.
You could be Kess Fluffy.
Or Fluffy Kess.
That
Fluffy
doesn't even.
Cass.
That's so. My first name is Fluffy,
Yeah.
and my
your
last
You
name
could
is
be
Kess.
Kesserson
Yeah, it's
You-
better
you
than
know.
Hungry Hungry Cassie.
or Messy
Oh,
Kess.
that's kind of funny.
Kessie McFlufferson.
Why did I ask y'all?
What if there's like an accent and it's like fluff?
You can Didn't I have a last name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's Bon.
What?
It's Bon or Bone. I don't know how you pronounce it.
No, but
Yeah,
I thought I made up a new one.
Cucifer.
Wasn't there something after Cucifer?
Morningstar?
The cock flame, but like.
Nope, that wasn't it.
I forgot about that. Cucifer.
Do you want something like mysterious or like fun or like
I was just gonna say you could
sexy?
have mine and we could be siblings.
Cute.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know that I have one. Morningstar seems cool.
Also, I don't.
Cucifer Morningstar. That's not taken.
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
I don't think we could be siblings
Why?
because you are a kobold.
We're
What if
adopted.
you're from my orphanage?
It's about
Me
found family. What if we're all orphans?
Yeah.
I mean, we basically all are. I don't know about you, Pongu. I assume your parents are old.
I'm not an
Yeah,
orphan.
then.
You're like an orphan
What?
to the world.
You're undercover.
Oh
Your
yeah.
ran
parents
away.
aren't actually dead.
And your parents are elves right now. And you're not.
I don't want to be that guy, but
This
can we have the
conversation's running
conversation somewhere where we're not out in the open?
Layla.
We're not even in the city yet.
Kess Lalo.
Okay, that's it. Thank
Kess
you.
and Cucifer Lalo.
Okay, we
It's
can
fine,
be
we'll work on
siblings.
that.
We can
Layla.
we can be adopted. That's okay.
Can I be your caretaker?
Why do you have an accent now?
I'm trying. I don't know.
Are all caretaker to be a caretaker? Do you have to be an old British man?
Oh! Hold on. My brother's calling me and it's FaceTime. And I don't know how to turn it off my iPad. I feel old.
It's time for your nap.
I exited out of this.
Again,
Okay.
I don't want to be that guy, but can we find somewhere to be? I feel real exposed out here.
Yes,
You're
but
wearing clothes.
I am Kess Lalo.
Case later.
Okay.
Hugh Lalo.
And
But
here.
we're gonna have to go lay low now.
You want to be a Lalo?
I'm familiar with Galos.
Happy either way, as
J-Lo.
long as we're not getting shot at. Agreed.
Perfect. Let's go.
Okay.
Lalo.
Someone else is gonna have to take
Way-ho.
point.
Well, we're going to Nicole and Nix's or Mix's. Your friend is Nix. We have a mix.
Mix and mix. Okay.
And Brenna's. And so where how do we get there? Did they give you any
Mate,
yeah.
city center. That's all they said. So I
Okay.
suppose if we go to city center and ask for your friends, then they'll be like, yeah, they live over here because they have a giant sign or like a flower in front.
Okay.
Just one.
City center.
Do you
Wait,
think-
shit. Is that in the middle of the wall? Where is the center of a city when the city is sideways? We can ask.
Like, what is the sound of one hand clapping?
Like when you say sideways, Zach, explain it again.
Okay, so it's not like there are. When I say sideways, it doesn't mean like a magical city with a center of gravity that's sideways. It means like there are these
built
shelves. Yeah, there are these shelves basically. That it's like imagine the ground and then imagine all of these levels beneath it that are accessible only by the front of a wall. Does that make sense? So like you've got these. Think of like an ant colony
Okay.
through glass. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay,
I was gonna say Mount Rushmore, but you did better.
I'm gonna guess that city center doesn't necessarily mean it's at the very center. It's probably the center of activity. So if we go where a lot of people are, maybe where the market is, that's probably our best bet.
But what if it is the center, like the center level?
It could be.
We can ask.
We could just do what we always do and go to a bar and listen.
Oh yeah. Are there any NPCs nearby?
No, you guys are actually by yourself. You're standing on like this. Imagine standing at the Grand Canyon. Like that's sort of the vibe that's happening. Except it's instead of lush or instead of like deep red, it's all just like washed out white and gray rock that you guys are staring into. But yeah, there's no one really standing anywhere nearby. You guys are just examining the city from afar.
And are we on like
Probably about a mile away. Are you what?
Like on a main road, like a main road that goes to the city?
No, there's not a path.
Okay.
Oh, so we just got to start walking towards it, and then we'll be there.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so to get there, it is across the chasm from where we.
You can. There's. It's like a crater. You can walk around it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you just have to walk. The way that you approached, there's just a chasm between you and the city, and so, but like you can walk around. It'll probably, like I said, it's about a mile. It'll probably take you 15 or 20 minutes to walk around.
Okay. So it would be faster to fly, but I would love to not draw attention.
Yeah.
So can we do the walking thing?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be an asshole here.
You're not.
No, I mean, like I'm being very. Do this. I'm sorry.
You're allowed to be assertive.
Shut up, Pongu.
See? Exactly like that.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes we just need a little nudge, or we're going to stand here and talk in the woods for 2 days. So that's fine.
Okay.
Okay,
Pongu.
so you guys are walking because
Yeah.
I just want to say that interaction. You're allowed to be assertive and then shut up, Pongu. That's the clearest picture of those two characters that you could possibly get in a single dialogue exchange. So you all walk around. You spend about 15 minutes walking around the edge of the crater, and it's like these. It's really rough rock. There's like it's almost marbled. Like as you are examining, you can see the different archaeological layers throughout the chasm over the course of millions and millions of years. You're able to see that's how deep this chasm goes, and it's the walkway is kind of rough, so it's slow going, but still you make it over there in about 15 or 20 minutes. And once you get to the other side, you're able to see the city still exists atop this cliff. It's like there is a top layer that is on the same level as the ground. It just also descends. So as you get closer, you actually come to a gate, and there are 2 guards standing at the gate. And it will be up to you to tell me if you are approaching the gate or if you are trying to what you are trying to do before you are seen by these guards.
Have they seen us yet? They've not.
No. I'll say like what you guys can tell me what you want to do, but I would say you're able to say that you're doing something before they have seen you.
Q is laying low.
Why don't we just act like we belong?
Yeah.
We have friends here. We're visiting friends. We tell them who our friends are. And
Yeah, just you do the talking. Pierce
Me?
has his mask up, but he's making sure that it's like very, very up, and he pulls his hat down so it's.
You've always been
Yep.
the smarter of the lay low families.
me? Okay.
Yep.
I lead us up to the guards.
Can I?
Okay.
Would it be possible to cast telepathic bond before we go up?
Sure.
Okay, we're all connected.
Okay.
Beep, boop.
So as you walk up to these guards, you get a little bit closer review. One of them is half orc, and the other is tiefling. One of them is female presenting, the other is male presenting. And as you walk up, you see that their uniforms, they're wearing these gray, almost like they're very military, but at the same time they're very dressy. It's more formal than anything, and they have these almost like the palace guards in London, like at Buckingham Palace. They've got the big like fluffy hats, and
I'm seeing Empire like gray suits with the like Star Wars Empire like
yeah, very like imperial worker drones, basically, like not drones in a mechanical sense, but like imperial with the button over,
commanders. Okay, sorry.
No, that's totally fine. But as you approach, they see you and they kind of like they straighten, they don't stiffen. And the half orc goes, "Oh, hi! It sure is nice to see you. Where are you guys? Where are you guys visiting from?"
We're from Mardosta.
Oh, Mardosta, huh? Wow, we don't get anybody from outside of Vindra too terribly often, huh? Oh, wow. Well, come on in. I hope you have a great time. You're not like spies or nothing, are you?
No, we're here to visit some friends.
Oh, what friends? We're all pretty close knit here in Nevyra. I don't know everybody here. I don't know why I said that. You guys go have fun now.
Okay.
No.
Just walk through smiling.
As you guys are walking through, you hear him turn to the tiefling who's standing next to him. Boy, they sure were nice, huh?
Oh my God, it's Fargo. I'm thinking that was really easy, yeah?
I just like turned to Pierce. I'm like, ta-da!
Yeah. Okay. It's
amazing.
I'm gonna hate this place.
What happens when you just talk to people?
Pierce looks around at like the rocks and the layers of rock that you can see in the side and stuff. I bet they have a museum to erosion here. If I were to guess.
as you say, like if you say that out loud as you're passing by, like just a person who is walking by on their way to their house or something. Oh, the Museum of Erosion? Yeah, that's on the 6th level. Sure is great. It's a lovely Saturday afternoon with the kids.
God damn it.
Can I insight check that guy?
The guy that just spoke?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's suspicious. No one likes erosion. No, not even geologists.
Why is this? Oh, okay.
Erode.
23.
23. He seems to be pretty straight up.
Okay.
And so as you guys are walking through, this looks like not unlike as far as the niceness caliber, like the safety caliber, I guess, for lack of a better term, of Mardosta. Like as you're walking through, it doesn't look. It looks like people here have a fair amount of money as you're walking through this area, through this part of town. And you sort of, it's got all of the sort of main things that you would expect to see in a town. You see a couple of temples, a couple of inns, couple of, various merchants and things of that nature.
From where we are, is there anywhere that we can see that would be visually indicative of a market or like a...
Not necessarily a market, and at this time of day, a lot of those places are starting to close up, save for random inns and taverns and things like that, because it is past sundown at this point. But and there's not a market in the sense of a Mardostan like night market, an area where all the markets are. But you have seen a few various like potion shops or weapon shops and things of that nature. a smattering of those. And as you continue to walk, you don't have to walk for too terribly long before you see the edge of the cliff that you saw from afar, and you can see the entrance to the lifts in a few different places.
Is there any signage? Either like arrows that describe what's on what level or anything like that?
There's not any signage that describes what is on what level, but because you get the vibe that this place doesn't get many outsiders, but you do see. Make a perception check for me, actually.
Pierce perceives natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay.
Everything.
Let's go.
Yeah, you see the word table a lot. This top level that you guys seem to be standing on seems to be referred to as the table. And you are there's a lot of like tavern names that have to do with, Table's Rest and things of that nature, where they seem to call this area of town the Table, as they would like a borough in New York City or something like that. And you do see, you hear people discussing upper levels, mid levels, and lower levels. And as you're walking through and you're sort of listening, basically with a natural 20, like listening to conversations, you're able to tell that there are a total of 13 levels.
Okay.
But really all you're able to learn is that there is a table, upper levels, mid levels, and lower levels.
These lifts, are they like manual? Like, do we operate the lifts, or are they in automatic or group?
They appear to be like there's no one manning the lift, and you don't see any machinery on the inside that indicates that they are operated by the passengers. So it's either mechanical or magical in nature. You can't really tell without having gone inside it yet, though.
All right, so a dozen, baker's dozen levels here. We started.
Baker's dozen?
Yeah. We go to
13.
Yeah.
Because the baker always makes an extra for themselves.
Sorry, I was just confused because I just got the concept of a dozen like a week ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that there were different dozens.
I think just the 2. Well, and like 2 dozen, 3 dozen.
And dirty dozen.
What's a dirty dozen?
I don't know. I've heard it.
Oh, don't
before.
ask him that.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Anyways, map? Is there a map? We buy a map?
I haven't seen one, but if we want to,
I bet. Is there anyone nearby?
There are a few stragglers, either making their way home for the day after a day of work, or whatever. There are a few people heading toward residences and closing up their places of business.
I turn to Kess and go, Kess, can I borrow a piece of paper? Parchment?
Yeah. Give him a piece.
I grab it, and I float over to one of the denizens and go, hi, we're visiting from out of town. Would you mind drawing us a map of the 13 levels? It would be very helpful.
Make a quick persuasion check for me, please.
Guidance.
Okay. That's a D4 or D6?
D4.
I mean, I wrote a 19 plus 4.
23 total. The person you have just approached, it's a drow woman, and she is closing up her shop. It appears to be finer, like wood crafting, and she's, as I said, she's a drow woman, long white hair, and she's wearing these like overalls basically, and her hands are stained from wood varnish and things of that nature. And she goes, "Oh, hi. Yeah. So, wow, you're from out of town. Like, wow, we don't get too many people from out of town here. Good grief.
Yeah.
So, what I'm gonna do is we got a really interesting place here. And she draws 13 lines and she draws you a map. And so, what is it you're looking for exactly?
Just our friends. We're just visiting.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that. So, okay, well,
City Center.
Oh, that's level 7.
7. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Thank you. What?
Yeah, it's the exact center of the city.
that. That really makes sense. Thank you so much. Pangu hands her just like a little sweetie, and goes, "Thank you. This is for all your trouble. Perhaps when you're open, we can patron you for your crafts."
Oh, please. There was no trouble at all, but oh, wow, this is good. Ooh.
Thank you. Don't eat too many. Diabetes.
You can't stop me.
You're right.
All right, y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
I hate it when a DM says you can't stop me. Like,
Can't stop me now.
I hand it over to the group. Here you go.
So yeah, the map essentially there's not. I mean, it was a pretty quickly drawn map, but it's there's 13 lines, and she kind of drew a circle on the 7th level, on the mid level, and she kind of wrote research level on the 7th level. And that's really the only one. She mentioned that you guys are on the table. She made a note that you guys were on the table, and levels 2 through 4 she scribbled in the margins are called the upper levels. 5 through 10 are referred to as the mid levels, and lower levels are 11 through 13.
Okay, so city center was dead
7.
center.
Yeah.
We were overthinking it. Okay,
As we do.
let's go to 7.
7.
Let's get in.
There's one more thing she drew. Below, she drew a little arrow underneath the 13th level, pointing below, and it just said forge.
Oh.
That's the only other thing.
We should go to 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, city center is like the hole on the inside of the donut.
Yes.
Yeah, which they make at bakeries.
And Brenna lives in another hole inside that hole. That's her
What-
house inside
what-
the center of the donut.
What music lyric are you going for here, Q?
What's music?
Okay, that's fine. Before we go any further on this adventure that we're on,
Yes.
You wanna
I
pull your
don't
knives
know
out?
why it didn't occur to me until now, but I think we deserve an answer from Pongu. Pongu,
Yeah.
can you make donuts?
Yeah, I can make all sorts of things. I just do scones because they tend not to expire too quickly. Donuts can get hard if they're not properly wrapped and stuff,
Okay.
You want donuts
Remind
tomorrow,
me to
right?
cook. Yeah, 100%.
You might have to eat them quickly.
That's not a problem, buddy.
Okay. Cinnamon?
Yeah, be perfect.
Okay.
Glazed.
Glazed with meat and broccoli
Bacon.
donuts.
Bacon glazed.
Bacon glazed.
Poppy seed.
Poppy seeds, yeah. Don't
Poppy
take
seed
any drug
donut.
tests.
Might as well. Why not?
Okay. Tomorrow morning, I will make all the donuts for everyone at your
You do
friend's
jam
house.
filled
Yeah. I'm very
What
good
about-
with sticky things.
bacon jam.
Yeah, we can make those too. Jams and jellies. And
Bacon
preserves.
stick meat. Donut.
I'm very
Yeah.
good with
Donut.
sticky things.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm
anyway.
a child.
How fast are the lips?
So the lifts go down to the gutter
course they do.
immediately. It's
To the gutter.
No.
Yep.
As you approach the lifts, you see they're pretty speedy, but they're not just it's not like Tower of Terror. It's not just it's not like the bottom falls out, but
I'm
they're
so sorry. Can you do that again?
Nope.
No, it was different.
What
I'll
up?
have to replay it. No, it's fine. Somebody clip it.
for rump. Anyway, D&D, what y'all doing?
Well, we're in an elevator, so
So you guys did board the elevator?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are they
yeah,
enclosed?
Yeah, they're enclosed.
Oh.
They're glass all the way around,
Interesting.
Oh,
Is there
So-
music?
see.
and the floor. There is music. You step inside, and the door beep slides shut, and there's like a beeping sound as it does. And there is in the glass, there is a rune that lights up when you step on it, and it's like a circle with like 3 triangles on the inside of it, and it lights up blue when you step onto it, and the elevator begins to descend. And then there's like elevator music as you start to descend.
Okay.
And after a moment or two, as you are dancing to the music, after a moment or two, you hear a voice on come over an intercom and just say, "You are heading to the city center of Nevyra. While you are there, please be sure to patron the many fine establishments that are," and it's just like a spiel that goes on as you descend all the way down to the 7th level.
Ah.
And the floor is glass too, so like you're looking down and you're watching. It's like you're descending into the gorge, and so like it's just fucking darkness down there. So like this cute and quaint elevator, like cool jazz is playing, and it looks like you're descending to the gates of hell.
I guess it just kind of starts wobbling a little. She's a little sick at her stomach.
I remember
But-
the last time we were in an elevator and we got
Uh-huh.
attacked by like shadow octopuses.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I'm not in control of the movement, I get a little not feeling
Welcome
great.
to the city center.
Oh, God.
Please enjoy your stay here in Nevyra.
Okay,
Okay, get some air.
is it over?
It's
Wobble
It's over.
out of the elevator like my legs are like a baby horse. Like
Like a newborn giraffe.
yes.
Without thinking about it, Pierce takes off his hat and he's trying to fan her.
Okay, how good.
Better?
If I'm not in control of the movement, I'm just, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ship wasn't bad, but that was.
Once you step off the elevator, there's a sign that says 7 on it. That's all. It's like a circular sign that reads 7 painted on it.
I wonder
And-
what this symbol means.
But so as you step off, you notice it's this level of the city goes farther back into the cliff face than you can actually see. Like it's not like you can see the sides of it, but you cannot see the end as far as like how far back this goes. But there are very long like lights, like for you, like as players would think of it as electricity, but you know that it has to be enchanted in some way.
Oh.
These lights that are running across the ceiling and providing a very pleasant light. Like there's no shadowy spots really anywhere. But yeah, you step off the elevator and this is sort of what you see. You see storefronts that are also built into like directly into the rock. And as you walk around, you even see some dwellings, some houses.
Well,
This
it's quite lovely.
seems weird, right?
You could just go knock on a door and you get dangerously close to a door.
Nope.
It just seems not like what we're used to, but that doesn't mean it has to be
What, friendly.
dangerous or weird, right?
Pierce is grabbing Q by either the clothes or the scales or the shoulder or something. Nope.
That's what they see on their ring. It's just
And they do have them. There are these little basically, they're basically like, it almost looks like a mirror, but it's orbish. And so like there's one of those on the front of basically every, like to the side of every door.
Is there like a wayfinder, like street
GPS?
signs and all that stuff?
Not particularly. There's not, as far as like, there's nothing really that gives you a lay of the land.
Are there any NPCs or creatures or anything that are like patrolling, or I don't know?
Yeah, there are a few people, like not necessarily patrolling, but there are people walking around. You know, it's about the same. It's about the same as it was on the top level, only now when you get down to the bottom level, or not the bottom level, to the 7th level, the city center, you're able to see like there's a ever so slight of a difference between the top level and this level. Top level was very much so not necessarily ritzy, but the people who lived on the top level had money. When you're on this level here, and all the levels that you passed down as you were descending, it seemed very like functioning middle class, if that makes sense.
Okay. Let's look for any not a house, not a residence, but some place that might be open, and ask about Brenna and Mix.
Zach, can I remember anything about them, like what they did? Maybe if I feel like they might have a shop here, or like a workshop or something, maybe I would kind of know.
We should look for books.
Books?
So as Q says that, and Kess, as you say that, Pongu, you feel a tickle in the back of your head, and basically he opens his mouth, and you hear Nicole's voice come out. Hey, did you guys make it into the city? Okay, I'm actually located toward the center of the city. I have no idea how many words she said. You'll like my house number is 17B. So just come find me.
Oh.
Did you get that?
Yeah, perfect. 17B.
17B. 17B. One this symbol Q. This symbol B.
1QB.
Nope.
Pongu just responds, will be there.
As you guys are walking around, you see like it's a fairly nice. It looks like a college campus almost. Like there are a couple of fountains in a few different places. There are, as I said, there's like it's very well lit for you to basically be in a cave, right? And as you're walking through, you see all of these. Some of them are storefronts, all of these little areas that are dug out of the rock. Some of them are storefronts, some of them are like house dwellings that families live in. And as you're walking around, you're able to see a few things through windows, like for lack of a better term, like you guys remember sort of the way that Brenna and Mix and Nicole presented themselves, and like some of the trinkets that they had on them, very science-y, very researchy, and that's sort of the same vibe that you get from this area. You get the vibe that this is basically where the smart people in Nevyra live, and work and play even. And as you're walking around, you see, maybe even a couple of basically dug out areas that you can see like classroom desks and things like that in. Like maybe there's some sort of academia that takes place here. But you walk around and eventually you find a row, or you find dwellings that are sort of like segmented into rows, and one of them is B, and it's not going to be too terribly difficult to find if you're looking specifically for Nicole's house. You find a segment that says B, a row that says B, and you're able to walk down and find 17 easily enough.
All right, hold on. Before you knock on the door, Pierce wants to do like a once around the house real quick, just to get a sense of.
So it's like an apartment. There's not, you can't really walk around it. Yeah.
There's no around. Okay. Then he won't do that then. Okay.
But is like if you're looking around, let's see. If you're like I said, if you're looking around, you see all of the apartment like doors look to be very similar, and they all have that like glowing, not glowing, but this little mirrory half orb on the outside that, you all as people in this reality that we all share would recognize as like some kind of doorbell or security something.
Okay. Kess, go knock.
I go knock.
I'll cover you.
Very apprehensive for people that are your friends.
Yeah, I don't really know why. Pierce is making me nervous, and I think
Yeah,
that's
you're
why
making me
I'm
nervous.
Okay, I'm shaking off the nerves. You're
Shaking
right,
off.
Pongu. You're right. We're just Pierce.
What?
Chill out, man.
Every time we turn a corner, every new path, every door we open,
Every step we take,
and every
move we
Right.
make.
move we make, he's gonna pop around a corner any second.
Scott.
And as he says that, the door swings open, and Nicole says, "Oh, hi! I saw you guys on the little on the little security orb right yonder. Hi, how are you all doing? Oh, you're new. I've never met you before, but
Hi,
hey, it
Hunker.
sure is lovely to see you all again. Come on in, come on in. I just made some tea.
Lovely.
See, Pierce.
Oh my god, I forgot she talks a lot.
They all apparently it's a thing around here.
Pongo immediately makes himself at home.
Here's
And as you you make yourself at home, like you sit and prop back on the couch, and Nicole says, "So yeah, just go ahead and make yourself. Oh, I like the way you think. Yeah, you guys just go ahead and make yourself at home." And you step inside, and it's just like a regular apartment, sort of. There are a few chairs and a table. There's a short hallway, and at the other end, you can kind of see an open door and a bed on the inside. It appears to just be like a small one bedroom.
I've lived in that apartment 3 or 4 times.
Okay, so
Are we?
Hey, is everything okay? What brings you guys to this part of the world?
Well-
it's all bad. Everything's bad. All the things are bad. Everything that was happening before in all the different places is happening everywhere now. And then there's a giant green thing in the sky, and it's on its way here, and it's on its way to take over the entire continent. Somebody help me. Somebody stop me. I'm gonna keep going if you don't. Okay.
Dang. Wow.
Oh, the last time we met you, it was one of the baddest times ever.
Yeah,
This
it
is
wasn't
worse
great.
than that.
Yeah, no, things are generally not good, and we are sort of abreast of that situation. You know, we for better or worse. Yes, I did say breast. It was funny. So yeah, for better or worse, the leaders here in Vendria are aware of the situation that's unfolding at the coast, and yeah, it was actually announced today that they were preparing for not occupation, but they were preparing for possible military circumstances. So yeah,
Are they gonna fight?
that's actually where Brenna and Mix have gone off to. They went to go survey and see what the heck's going on over there.
Over where?
Over where you said there was a cloud. They went to go try, and they were staying safe. If there's anybody who's gonna, but they were part of a team that was going to look and see what the heck's going on over there.
Right. Of course, they'd be going toward danger. Is
What's that
Nevyra
danger?
planning to- is-
Oh, I hated that. Oh man.
1,000 miles an hour knocking at your door.
Ooh.
Can I pay you to do the whole song?
The whole song.
Please.
Hang out with us. What's up, danger?
Okay, so is the leadership in Nevyra wanting to fight the occupation? Are they
Well,
preparing for battle?
not necessary. It's just kind of a one thing at a time situation. Although for better or worse, they have been building airships and acting like there is a potential war coming. A lot of my colleagues lost their job. We've always thought of ourselves as more of a scientifically based community, but now there's all these talks of war and conflict and stuff. I don't much like it, but what are you gonna do?
Okay,
What
well,
does the leader?
Protest.
Go ahead, Kess.
that's why we're here. We kind of have a plan on what to do.
Oh wow.
We do.
We do?
Part of the reason we're here is part of the plan to stop all of this.
Oh, right. God, yes.
Hey, what all do you guys know about? You guys seem to have some sort of intricate knowledge.
Yeah. So, okay, there are these embers, these green embers, and they burn. And if we can get our Titan friend to them, then he can destroy them. And if we
destroy them. I don't
If he-
think. Does he?
Well, he
Brings
gives them the
to
old
ruin.
heave-ho, or touches them, or
Yeah.
puts them out. I don't know. He does a thing, and if we get him to touch the thing, then we get all three things, and then Kess is usually. But how am I worse at this than Kess?
I think I
you
just
wanna take it
read
from
like.
here?
I mean, okay, so yeah, there are embers, and we've already been to one site. There are three, and they.
One's here.
So the thing that's doing all this to start with is the Emerald Flame, which is a big bad thing. Which
Right, yeah.
that's what we forgot to mention.
Yeah, Emerald name of the thing. It's good.
And it also has to do with the void, which you remember when I died. That's what I fell into, was the
That
void.
was the part when I said it was the biggest bad thing
Oh.
at the time,
Oh,
but now
yeah.
it's less. Now it's more bad.
Well, but
That
see
was,
now
yeah, that was a very bad, very scary time. Because the same thing happened to Mix, you know.
just
What?
no, yeah,
What's your face?
I just remembered. Mix. Can Mix control it?
I don't know that she's ever tried. Can you?
Yeah.
Control what? What are you talking about?
That's this.
Control the storms?
And the void water, I'd like get it out and control it.
Holy crap on a cracker.
Pongo, do not add that to your menu.
So this is the bad stuff, and then this is the
Golly
good stuff,
gee.
and I'm also controlling the life of water too. And I'm like, this is created from this, but you can also turn this back into this.
You guys use a lot of not descriptive nouns.
The
On the
void
bright
water is created from the life water, but the void water can also turn back into the life water, and
Like,
I
transitive.
can control them with.
We thought Pearson Jindy killed a guy with that stuff, but then he's back. So that's a thing.
Boy, you guys, well, first of all, you guys have been busy, but also you're not good at describing situations. Boy,
Maybe we
gosh.
should have let Pongo do it.
So, golly.
Okay, from the
Listen,
top.
hearing-
Pongo.
I'm
It's
hearing
been
you wanna-
it's been just really difficult. Okay, we've been through a lot, and then in the middle of everything, we had like 40 people die at a ball.
Like a dancing ball?
Yeah.
Or like on top, were they hit by a ball, or was it, you said it was a dancing ball?
It was a
I'm
dancing.
getting caught up on the wrong things. The people died. It was this tragic. That's awful.
The
Yeah, but
tragedy
we
is,
brought
yeah.
most of them back to life, but it took a while. But you know, I'm just saying it's been a lot since we last saw you, and we need a lead on Embers. Honestly,
Well-
that's what we need.
That kind of recap sure is nice for me, and I'm sure it's nice for the listeners as well, because it has been a while.
Except we've really fucked it.
yeah.
So,
we just fucked the
what
shit
you're
out of it.
telling me is that you want to go to the forge?
Do we?
Oh, wait, is the forge green?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but that's where
Probably.
we want to go.
Oh shit!
shit.
I don't want to destroy the entire place again.
Maybe we don't have to.
We did last time.
But there was also the really big dragon thing.
Yeah, no, I'd really rather you not destroy my house, my apartment.
Do you have rent control?
We've got a co-op situation. It's
Oh.
yeah, it's really progressive.
I'm having
So-
Augustus flashback.
I know my
Yeah,
apartment.
that was the point. So, because I did meet Augustus. Hey, where's he?
You were there when he left.
Was I? Wow, it's been a long time.
Well, if your apartment gets destroyed, you could go live with Augustus. Y'all would have a lot in common.
Oh, well, that's fun.
You
So,
live with my child mentor, staying with Kess's parents.
Oh yeah,
boy,
Pongu
those are all
recently.
confusing words you just said. So I kind of don't really. I'm gonna go get some more tea. You guys want some tea?
Yeah, that
All
sounds
right.
great.
And she goes and gets tea, and she also like puts down a bottle of very stout smelling, like a decanter of very stout smelling alcohol, and she puts it down on the table. So let me get this straight. What you guys want to do and what you've been doing is you've been finding. First of all, it's alarming to me that you said that you've been to a place where there's other embers, where there's another forge.
Yeah, they were making some dope-ass drugs out of it.
I have some if you want some, but I don't know if you.
I think it...
Yeah,
I mean, there's less on the fun side and more on the destroy side.
Extremely
Yeah.
addictive, and then addictive.
This is exactly the type of apartment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but I want you to know, because that sounds really bad, and we did kind of destroy the town, but before that, we didn't destroy all of it, but before that,
We didn't destroy it.
we started
My tongue is-
the rehab. We did do that in the
Well,
town
that's
that
very philanthropic of you.
was
We
also
sent a
destroyed.
bunch of people to
Yeah.
rehab.
Well, that's good. That's nice. Wow. But you destroyed their town.
The
Yeah,
treasure.
and I don't think that they were
Ah,
still there.
um,
Well,
Or
you put
that.
them in rehab. So, would they have left? I don't know, man. I wasn't there. So, wow. I don't know if you guys are wanting me to give you any sort of keen insight. You just kind of, I mean, you're welcome. I'm glad you're here. Happy to see you all. But wow, golly,
Yeah,
that's a process.
We're a little scattered today. Do you have a bathroom?
Yeah, right over. And she points just down the hall.
Okay. Pierce. is
What they
gonna
say,
go down
home is
the-
where the toilets are.
Yep. Sure.
Yeah.
Also, maybe you could point us in the right direction for like a charisma-based character that's not a small warlock, and that could help explain situations, moving forward.
I
in our
did a
campaign.
really good job. I just did it really, really, really fast, and then I couldn't breathe anymore, and y'all took over, and that's where we had issues.
Well, hey, you're among friends. I think. I hope. Hey, did you find that bathroom okay there, pal?
Yep. Pierce is like washing his hands and stuff. When Pierce comes out of the bathroom, is he immediately visible to the rest of the room?
Yeah.
Is this like back?
It's
behind
a
the wall?
really small place, but
Okay,
I mean
okay.
it's comfortable, but it's not expansive.
Okay. 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 If we can find the embers and find a way to interact with them that won't destroy your city, but we have to get rid of them, because if we don't, then everyone's gonna die. There won't be an apartment left if we don't do it. So we have to find the third one, which is in the Fallen God Sea. Then
Wait, there's a third one?
There are 3.
there's a third one.
That was
So-
part of the explanation that Kess did so well at.
Oh,
I just,
So-
like I said it really fast.
you did fine. You did good. I'm proud of you. Wow. So,
And-
I gotta tell you, like, don't get me wrong. I believe you guys, right? But I can't imagine the people who would let you down there to the forge are gonna be super jazzed about destroying them, because that's kind of our whole thing here. Our resources and our military and our scientifical advancements. It's kind of the idea of destroying it. It freaks me out. But destroying the embers or destroying the world, there's just a lot to consider.
I think I got this.
Oh yeah.
If it makes you feel better, The last people didn't let us down there either, but we did it anyway, and we still blew up their town.
Maybe we
hold on.
leave that bit. Maybe we leave that underneath the table. You know, maybe we don't really.
We're just at the table, and we came here.
Oh yeah, it's hard to get here if you don't start at the table, unless you fly or something. But anywho, so what do you propose? What do you propose we do? I mean, I don't.
I think that we're okay. So first of all, you're saying that this entire town runs on the embers, on the forge.
Yeah, our airships are made of metals that are forged there. Our whole mining operation that's the reason we annexed ourselves from the rest of the continent in the first place, is because we wanted control of the forge.
Okay, so we have a couple of things that we have to consider here, which is what Nicole is getting at, okay? Is even if we don't destroy the town physically with a big giant green explosion that leaves a crater hillside, then we're going to set him back. We're going to set him back a long time because we're going to take away the beating heart of this town. So I don't know what to do about that, but I think that we can talk maybe with our Titan friend if he feels like it, if he's feeling fucking communicative. There's a lot of ifs that go along with that. And if there's a way to not, maybe he made it blow up because there was a big fuck off dragon that was literally about to chomp Kess into 7 pieces.
Wait, there was a dragon at the last one? We don't got one of those. I don't think. I've never been down there.
Yeah.
What if there's a dragon down there?
Little red guy with his hand up.
What do we have to do to the embers specifically? Blowing them up's not the goal.
Ash Ketchum. He's just got to touch him.
10 out of 10. He just has to touch him.
But I think he destroys it when he touches it.
So what if we had a replacement?
Of what, buddy?
The fire.
Which fire, buddy?
Their fire. What if we could replace their forge?
So your suggestion is that before we take a Titan down to destroy their entire power source, that we concoct a whole different sustainable power source for this town?
Well, not concoct, but convince.
Convince who, buddy?
I mean, I don't know. She's gaining powers. Like, she's giving me powers. Maybe, and she's a flame person.
Gertie. Or
Gertie.
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 I don't. Thought it was the Gertie. Okay, so Gertie.
Gertie.
With a K.
Gertie.
Oh, I thought it was a C.
Or seance.
As this conversation is happening, the fire in Nicole's fireplace just kind of goes.
Wait, like explode? Like it goes out?
No, it kind of like crackles. Like there's just a brief
she
moment.
She hasn't talked to me in like 6 months. Cardi, are you there?
Nothing happens.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, no. I see where you're going with this. And that may be possible.
Yeah, she wants more power and, and she seems helpful. She helped me. Maybe she'd help this town, but she's also not talkative.
But would you have to give up your power for her to stay here?
I don't know, because I don't know how much power she has, so I mean, if I could just sit there and whoosh for a little while you guys save the world, I don't know. Whoosh. I would whoosh for them.
Ponder,
but that's not what I was suggesting. I'm just saying that, like, if we somehow put her into the thingy.
Yeah.
But because she's not always with me, as you can tell, because I haven't talked to her in, again, like, somewhere between 2 days and 6 years. I don't know.
I mean, if you had Nicole as your Titan friend or your fire friend, you'd never get him to shut up.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I have been told that I talk quite a lot, but I just have so many thoughts.
It's okay, Nicole.
Yeah,
No, I
thanks.
prefer it to endless silence.
I do wish I had any idea what the heck you guys were talking about, because it seems like you're just presenting a problem and then you're giving a vaguity of a perhaps, maybe this would answer it, but I don't understand what the heck you're talking about. But hey, I'm just happy to be here.
Nicole, you're a cleric, right?
Yeah.
Who is your deity?
Boy, I wish I remembered.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
a shitty cleric.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You gotta remember we haven't
No, I didn't
played
expect,
as
but the fact that you
Nicole.
didn't heard voice was
Yeah.
was the problem.
I'll have to go back through and look, but we'll say that it's Cool God is my cleric. Or is my deity.
It's a cleric.
I'm a
Yeah.
cleric to Cool God.
Cool
Yeah.
God. Cool God _67.
Okay.
It's _69.
I know them, yeah.
Nice.
I went by those temples.
Run the
So-
back
It's a
door.
wild time. What are we talking about now?
Okay, well,
Okay.
Nicole, who are the people of importance in the city? Let's make a list. And
Oh wow.
the bigger.
Who runs the show?
Yeah.
Secret Night.
Is
I
that
mean-
void water?
Oh no. She lost her ability to control it.
We're gonna take a break. We'll be back in just a
I thought you
minute.
sliced your hand
I'm
open for a
fine.
second.
Oh, a fountain pen exploded.
I'm fine.
As it did at
Yeah.
the last session
Oh
in
no.
You
person.
need to like
That's good.
maybe have less fountain pens.
I'm okay. I only have one.
Is it? Is it? Are we actually taking a quick
Are you
break?
good? Are
No,
we, do you need to?
I'm good unless y'all need a break.
Okay.
In a little bit, I will. But
Okay, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine.
Ah, boy, it looks like you got some void water on your hands there, Cass.
I'm sorry. I sometimes it goes everywhere. It's okay.
Shake
doesn't
once
hurt
it's
me.
Fine.
Just don't shake my hand.
Okay.
You don't know.
So yeah, you were asking who really the big wigs in the town are. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's really the guy. If you were wanting to talk, as far as like the military is concerned and all that, the General Latoid has been very prominent lately, especially as all the murmurings of possible war going on. There's also a lot of talk about that fella that they hired to put guns on the airships. Guy, I can't remember his name.
His name is Gehrman.
Yeah, that's it. He's
Where
less
is-
of a bigwig though, and just more because like nobody ever really hears from him. He's just a name that everybody talks about all the time because they paid all of that money to get him to come here and put guns on those big hovering nightmares of sadness that are floating up there and keeping us from doing our science.
Is it a dirigible or a blimp?
What was that first word you said there, pal?
Dirigible.
I'm not familiar with the term, but it's an airship.
Okay.
Why is it keeping you from doing science?
Well, they're spending all the money on military stuff, and we can't do no sciences.
What? It's odd. You can't equally do them.
Well, people's
cute.
people's interest level and progress sort of wanes and waxes, so you never really know. But right now, there's all this talk of all the hullabaloo happening down there near Shallow Grave, and good gravy, all that's happening over in Evercrest, and so people are wanting, to spend it. People are getting paranoid, so they're spending more money on
Do you know?
armored airships. I don't know.
Interesting.
Do you know if the gun guy lives in Nevyra?
Yeah.
Or
Good.
do you know where?
I don't know where. I imagine he lives on the table, but he's kind of a weird guy. He doesn't really talk much. He spends most of his time in the lower levels at the casinos.
So
Is he kind of grouchy and like?
I mean,
Is
I
he
don't know the
blonde?
guy. I don't
Is he
know the
blonde?
guy, but he really keeps to himself. He's kind of a weird hermit in that way, but people see him out and about. Like I said, rumor has it he spends most of his time. For a guy that spends on the table, he spends a lot of his time in the lower levels.
yeah, he's probably made all of the money that's not going to sciences.
Yeah, that's sort of the implication that I get as well.
Okay, well, so level 10 casinos.
Level 10 is still technically the mid levels. He's like on the lower, like 11 to 13 is really where stuff gets crazy in the gambling houses. So, I don't, he would be somewhere down in there. I don't really know which one.
Would-
Nine,
But again,
Vince
that's just
Ware.
rumor. I don't know the guy. But,
It's
if
okay.
somebody, you got to understand, we don't get a lot of outsiders here in Nevyra. So, like, you get a guy who's from the Crescent Isles, and he's this weird dude who, we give a whole bunch of money to make these behemoth monstrosities that are violent and sad. And, he's just sort of spending all of his time on the lower levels with people who are just drawn to that sort of depravitation. Then,
Heck,
people
I
are going to
changed my
talk
mind.
about it.
I'm no longer going to pay you to read song lyrics. I'm going to pay you to read history books. Like in this voice. And you have to
Oh
read.
my gosh.
Okay, so can we get to the forge without having to go through every level? Like, is there a way straight there?
No, I've never even been to the forge.
Unless you can fly.
You don't.
Well, I mean, people would see you.
Unless
What
you're
if you could
invisible.
fly invisibly?
What kind of native birds are around here? Just just some question. Just
Large
They're not
birds.
all that different from the ones in the places that you guys are all from.
But if someone saw like a 10-foot eagle flying to the forge, they'd shit themselves.
And probably there would be excrement for sure. Yeah.
And probably shoot us out of the sky from the airship with the big giant sadness bringers.
Yeah.
Or we could turn into smaller birds and use the spell prism and polymorph all of us and go.
Okay.
Seagulls.
Yeah. I can just be we.
Boy, this sure is stressful. I don't know. Is this what it's like all the time with you guys?
This is
Because-
every moment. Yes.
Every second of every day.
Everything.
This is stressful. This is lovely.
I'm certainly sure. I mean, the tea is the company is fine, but wow, there's you talk about destroying the power source of the city, then you talk about rejuvenatifying the power source of the city, but we don't know if you can even do that because it's some deity who doesn't talk.
Cool God.
Cool. No, it's not cool. It's somebody else, right? Anyway,
Curdy.
Yeah.
Birdie.
Curdy.
Yeah, why don't I grow a flower and see if we can get
Oh, sure. Yours will talk to you.
not always.
It's happened more often.
He just shows up. He doesn't say things.
It's fair.
Are you growing a flower?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you? Where are you? Just in like a bit of rock, like pebbly area, like. You're doing I remember I seen you doing the flower thing. I got a flower bed over there. You want to try?
Yes.
All
Flower
right.
bed. Perfect. Okay.
And so
Oh, you do that?
in the flower bed, there's just like a row of tulips, and that's really the only greenery in this place. So you grow a flower and nothing happens. As a matter of fact, the flower like sprouts and then it just sort of like wilts.
What if you threw the flower into the fire? Maybe they'd both talk.
It's okay, Cass. It happens to everybody.
Is there a large plant, though, of note in the flower bed?
No, they're all. It's just like a single row of tulips.
We can't teleport through a tulip, can we, Cass? Out of character.
What?
We can't teleport through tulips.
No,
It has
it's
to
gotta be a tree.
Oh, okay.
It has to be big enough to walk through. It doesn't have to be a
Yeah.
tree. It just has to be a plant.
What if Pongu was a fairy? Could Pongu walk through a tulip? Or don't you shrink?
Yeah, but
Throwing that out there.
yeah,
It
maybe
just has to be big enough to walk through.
God,
I mean-
I can see
I mean,
the
I-
wheels in her head churning.
I mean,
If you ever need to send me back here, I suppose. Or any of us. Wait. Interesting. Interesting.
I also, yeah, I have a reduce spell.
I was gonna say we could.
no.
No.
Has to be a
Probably
large.
concentration.
Has to be a
Oh.
large plant.
Okay.
They saw it coming. Damn you, wizards!
Well, what? It's late. Perhaps we should rest, and then in the morning, with fresh eyes and ears, we can maybe talk to the important people. Even though I believe everybody's important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe Pierce's father can introduce us to some of the important people that he got money from.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Nicole, is there a inn very close to here?
Well, yeah, there's an inn probably a quarter mile from here, but you're welcome to sleep here. I don't have a whole lot of furnishings, but
Well,
if you don't want to spend the money, I'll bring some blankets. You can make a pillow for it. I don't really know how you roll, but you're welcome to stay here if you're wanting to save money. But yeah, there is an inn quarter mile yonder way.
We
up to
don't.
y'all.
Really have any money.
We don't have money.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
it's-
problem.
We can just camp.
Yeah.
It's like a little indoor camp.
Wait, we have spend the night at inn money.
It's like just a couple gold.
Yeah, I have 100 gold.
Do you not want to stay? Whisper. Actually, no. Telepathically, still. You,
Oh.
you guys don't want to stay here with Nicole?
Oh, I don't care. I just didn't know. I honestly, for Pierce's sake, because he seems like
Overwhelmed.
he might want some space or to just chill.
Yeah.
I didn't, so I didn't know.
We could ask Pierce.
I mean, I can hear you guys in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
What do you want to do?
If we stay here, at least we know we're with someone we can kind of trust. If we go to an inn, I don't know who's there.
Right. We could always also use the doorknob and go back home and then come back tomorrow. But that's a big spell. So.
You guys have been quiet for a really long time. Is everything
Oh
okay?
yeah,
We're
sorry.
looking very intense. Like
We were-
staring.
Like you've been looking back and forth at each other, like you've been talking to one another. If you need me to step out, I can do that.
No,
we'll
there's
just kick
no
you out of
need.
your own.
No,
It's
we're
way
fine.
more awkward if you just stand here.
Oh.
Let's, if you don't mind, we'd like to stay here. Also, could you not tell anybody that we're here? Would that be okay?
Yeah, of course. Secrets are safe among friends. Let me go get. Are you in danger? Do I need to?
Let's just say we don't want to come across the gun guy.
Oh,
London.
can I ask why?
He's a big boomba.
Well,
So-
that's what I get from him is just Boomba in that used in that manner kind of makes me feel like you're insulting him, and that's sort of how I feel about him as well. You were about to speak, Pierce.
So, scary hermit gun guy is my dad,
Oh, wow, small world.
and he'll have yeah. And if you don't want a murder on your premises, then just don't publicize our whereabouts.
Huh?
I think
Hey,
And I sound like
don't
a
worry about it. My dad is well, my dad's a garbage collector, so there's not really anything interesting there. But I was gonna try to make you feel better. It's fine. You can stay here. I won't tell nobody.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. I'll go get some pillows. I was joking about being stressful, but it really is nice to see you all. It's nice to meet you. And she points
Thank
to
you.
Hunker.
Yeah.
So yeah, boy, golly, I am overwhelmed though, so I'm gonna go to bed soon. And she goes and brings some pillows and blankets and stuff, and gets you guys set. Like, she moves a few chairs and a sofa out of the way, and she gets you guys set up in the middle of the living room. Is there anything that you would all like to do before you bed down for the evening?
Yes.
Pierce casts shape pillow, and just builds a fort. like the one in Mardosta.
Yes. Something. Yeah. Okay. Q casts. Damn it. Yeah, he casts a 5th level counter spell into his ring of spell storing.
Okay, good to know. And how long until that resets? Is that 24 hours or?
No, I think it's
just permanent?
yeah, it's until he casts.
Until dispelled. Okay, or until used.
Yep.
Okay, that is good. You said 5th level.
Yep, he can cast up to 5 levels worth of spells at one time. And that's a 5th level spell.
I
Rad.
am going to take the fillet of fish, and I'm gonna set them up because they're alarms, right? Basically, yeah. I want to try to set those up.
Okay. Where are you putting those?
As far away from Q as possible.
At the door.
If there's a back door, Cass,
At the back door?
they have some sort of security on the front.
Oh, that's true. Okay, yeah, at the back door. Is there a back door?
There's not really a back door, but there's a window.
At the window.
And it doesn't lead outside because of the nature of the city. Like you're just kind of back in a cave, but it does lead to like a walking, like a sidewalk area, because of the area that you all are in. So yeah, you're like it leads out and you can see sort of a walking path where people can traverse and a few other, dwellings and things of that nature. So yeah, you're able to set those up there pretty easily.
Okay.
2 little big mouth Billy Bass just facing each other on either side of a window.
Clarifying question, Rob.
Yeah.
If I know that those are there, I can like move around them if I like step out and come back because
So it's basically just for people. It's basically for people who cross through from the window, essentially.
Okay. Cass, were you done or did you?
I'm just gonna go sit by Pierce and I'll just. Yeah, I'm good.
So I think Pongu's actually going to excuse himself from the group and just say he'll be back in a few hours. And actually, Pongu's actually gonna like go explore the city and use the verticality of it and just kind of explore with his wings, and hopefully he doesn't get stopped by like the local police and stuff. But in particular, Pongu would like to go try to find a teleportation circle or pad and just commit it to memory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just taking in the sights. He's been with his traveling group, but this is really the first time he's been in this city, and so he didn't want to like bug him or everyone looked tired, but Pongu still had like lots of energy and just wanted to go explore, and so he's kind of like full on fern gullying the city and like flying around and just having a ball.
So make an investigation check for me, Pongu.
Investigation. 17.
Okay. On the table, you are actually able to find a teleportation circle.
Okay.
It's sort of in the middle. There is a It's on the roof of a building of all. It's almost like a helipad. Like it's on the roof of a building. On the table, there's just this intricate thing, and you're able to. Is that something you can? Do you have like keen mind? Can you commit that to memory? Do you have to draw it?
I'll probably draw it and eventually tattoo it on me somewhere.
Okay.
But it's not to metagame me, but it's to eventually use the teleport spell that you gave me, but I can't use it yet. So
yeah, I would say that from your time studying, you would know that teleportation circles are something to seek out and something that you might be able to do eventually. So yeah, you're able to do that, and you kind of like hover up and down through the city. With a 17 investigation check, you find like there's a very clear sort of layered, not economic system, but there's a very clear mood between the upper levels, the mid levels, and the lower levels. The mid level seems to be academia, research, any like Nicole mentioned, sort of where the smart people are, like where the people who are doing the research and development and engineering, all of these things. You see in a few places, you see these large portions of cut out stone where you see some airships even being worked on. You see that on the mid levels. On the upper levels, you see some really nice residences and places of leisure. On the lower levels, it's not that things get less nice. Make an insight check.
Insight. 26.
26. Okay. You have seen a lot of towns. You have seen a lot of cities, and you've seen a lot of unnecessary suffering. You've seen a lot unnecessary suffering at the hands of greed. And while there is very much so a class system here, there are very much so people who are doing better than others. It seems as if the people who live on the lower levels are there because they're drawn to the chaos of it, if that makes sense. You get there, nobody looks hungry, nobody looks sick, nobody looks left behind. But there's the lower levels are very much so rowdier. And you notice that the people who are milling about there are, it's almost like they're drawn, like I said, to chaos. And you see a lot of like strange games happening there. You see a lot of strange like gambling, like you mentioned, or like Nicole mentioned, as you're fluttering around. And you get the vibe that the elite in this city are very much so by design doing better than everyone else. But for the most part, people are taken care of. It's not like Renmore, where it was just kind of a free for all. It's a really interesting, not quite utopia, but different from a lot of places you've ever been.
And the bottom floor is where the casinos are, or you said that was 10?
So there are different gaming spaces on like 11 through 13, but the most of the rowdiest stuff you see is on 13, and then below that is where you can see a descent into the mines, into the forge.
Okay. I would imagine that Pongu would probably spend a little bit of time, not the entire night, but enough that he could eventually get a long rest. But he would spend his time kind of embracing the chaos because it reminds him so much of home that he's been away from for so long. And he's only been getting little bits of, salt and pepperings of it lately, but like it's been slowly like calling to him again, and he's been starting to feel that itch for the Feywild again. Some of the things that you see going on here are very, very reminiscent of things that you would see in the Feywild. There's gambling, but it doesn't seem to be because people are looking for a payday. It seems to be because the things that you see people doing, the games you see people playing, they're doing it for the sheer purpose of chaos and attention. And with those roles, you see there is one game that people are playing, that people are gambling on. You hear people say the phrase "Psypole,"
and basically there is a pole that is, it looks like a fireman's pole that is just in the middle of a room, and there are 3 people standing around it, and they're holding onto this pole. And when they grab onto the pole, it looks like the world just leaves their vision, and they just start tripping out, and they start like screaming, and like they act like they're flying away, but they're just holding onto this pole, and they're screaming at the top of their lungs, and kicking, and people are just like watching and cheering them on, and eventually someone will release and run away. And seemingly the last person holding onto the pole is the winner. And that's just one of the many myriad of games that you see. One thing that stands out to you is there seems to be a food duel. There seems to be a kitchen area where there's 2 battling kitchens that it seems to be sort of a thing of honor. Like it seems to be like battle for a battle for favors rather than for money. You see that. You see games of cards, but instead of like gambling for money, you see like someone finishing a round of poker, and you see someone tap on their forehead and they just disappear. And you hear someone say, well, that's planar poker. And it seems like they're banished to another plane of existence for like 24 hours.
Pongu is drinking all of this in, and he absolutely makes note. I should take the gang here to play Saipol.
There are two more games that you notice.
Okay.
There is a like on the and this is in the 13th level still. There is an arena where people walk inside, and everything seems to be mostly normal. It appears to just be a room. But while they're in there, or before they go in there, people place bets on items within the room. And then you see them walk inside, and one of them comes to life, and it's a mimic. And so people are placing bets on what the mimic is and whether the person will defeat the mimic in combat.
It's like
And then the
worst
final-
version of Minesweeper.
Yeah. And then the final game that you see that you have time to see before the sun starts to rise, and you feel like you need to be making your way back to your team, is there are a group of like big, burly people arm wrestling, but there is someone with a spectral, like a mage hand that's tickling them the whole time that they're arm wrestling.
Pongu is just like, oh wow, this place is lovely.
And so when your evening of observant debauchery comes to an end, and you make your way, unless there's something else you'd like to do.
No, teleportation circle and just trying to explore the city.
Okay, you make your way back to the rest of the team who are still slumbering, and that is where we're going to take a break. So we'll be back in just a moment.
Whoop, whoop.
Wee.
God, I want to do all of that.
Oh no.
The meeting will come to order. This is Adventures Abridged. The story you're about to hear was created almost entirely by improvisation during a Dungeons & Dragons campaign over the course of 2 years. And at the time of this recording, that same adventure is still taking place. You don't need to know anything about D&D to be able to enjoy this story. This podcast takes the highlights from more than 100 hours of gameplay and distills them into a story that's easy to consume in chapters of 15 minutes or less. Join the Nobodies on an adventure, years in the making, on Adventures Abridged. New episodes every other Monday.
you're on this side?
No, I'm on the
You're on
other
this
side. No, you gotta pull your hand towards you.
And we're back. So last we left off, Pongu had been examining the debauchery that happens on the lower levels, and as well as exploring some potential future magic that might take place. Pierce, I believe.
Intersex love magic?
Nope. Well, maybe. I mean, it depends on what you're into. Pierce, did you say that you actually, like, before we move on, did you say you had something you wanted to do that evening?
No, he just conked out, sleeping.
Okay.
Trying to avoid the world.
All right, cool. So,
Does Pierce sleep like in a corner by himself this night, or is he trying to like?
No, he's probably accepting any friendship or closeness that is offered to him.
Then, like a person with insecure attachment and both daddy and mommy issues, cute cuddles. Like he just goes in.
and you guys are sleeping on the floor. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, there's.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cuddling too. I'm cuddling everybody.
You gotta watch out because there's like a tiny little nub and horns. So
Yeah, like when you move your head in your sleep. God
stab you
damn
in
it.
the fucking chest.
Ugh.
I've been impaled.
Would you
Pongu
look
takes
at
a
that?
mental snapshot of all of this and just commits it to memory when he gets back home.
Oh.
And Pongu, is you. So, okay. What is your? You're not Elven, so you still need rest.
Yeah, that's what my intent was to come back and hopefully get some. If not, I'm gonna like just travel in baby form in someone's
Okay.
bag or something.
Okay. So yeah, we can. I'm just imagining like a.
sleeping.
I just imagine like Pierce wearing a papoose with Pongu in it.
Pongu.
Oh, a Pongu for Pierce.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me or my Pongu ever again.
But Pongu, yeah, I know I said that like the sun was coming up when you got back, but that that doesn't have to necessarily be the case. You can still probably get a short rest, not necessarily a long rest. If you were going to be spending a lot of time out at night, you probably get about 4 hours.
I will say, I probably would not wake him up knowing that he had gone out.
Okay.
I will have made donuts though before I went to
Pierce
bed.
would
They
have
were all-
woken. Yeah.
They would have all been neatly packaged and prepped in the morning, and then Pongu would be knocked the fuck out.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, Pongu is out, and the rest of you are awake, I imagine. And Nicole is like kind of sipping a cup of tea and looking. Oh, those donuts? Huh? Wow.
Would you like one?
I sure would. They smell delicious.
Well, I mean, I'm guessing he made more than one for each of us, right?
A baker's dozen.
Okay, so
She grabs like a glazed, like a plain glazed.
Okay, not a bacon glazed.
No, plain glazed. Wow, that sure is. That's the best donut I ever had. I feel moderately healed even by eating it. Good lord.
that's Pongu. Donuts.
That's Pongu.
Nicole, do you
So-
have any coffee?
Yeah. Let me get you fixed up there. And she goes.
No,
up
I
to
mean
the-
I can grab it. Just point me in the direction.
Oh well, it's not a big. She points to the kitchen, and like you go in there and you're
Right.
able to see
Yeah.
a French press and a coffee grinder and the works.
I don't know why,
When-
but I
when-
immediately wanted to go steal coffee.
When Pierce walks into the kitchen and he sees that it's a French press, he realizes he doesn't know how to work it. So he nods and he comes back, and hearing Kess with an out, he goes, "Yeah, why don't we go local? Get local coffee."
Okay, we're gonna steal it. I don't know why. I'm just like,
I think you may be developing like an issue.
Me?
No, never mind.
Like, just the feeling particularly steely today.
Okay,
Steely
well,
Dan.
actually, if you're gonna ask questions about it, I kind of want to go steal some clothes. Not coffee.
What?
You're like the rich person that like.
I have no
Steals.
money right now, and also I can't help but maybe possibly think if we do meet your dad, I don't want to really be wearing this. So I feel like maybe I could go steal some clothes because I have no money, you know?
You're not trying to impress him, are you?
I mean, impressions are everything.
So you're
just
trying to impress upon him something.
I'm
But not
trying.
like impress him.
I don't want to look like I slept in the dirt, you know, like we've been doing.
What if we stole intimidating clothes? Like, hey, don't fuck with us.
You're a lizard. It doesn't matter. You're a changeling. It doesn't matter.
I can't change my clothes.
But I can change my clothes, but not magically.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
if I wanted to be out of this dress, it's really just a matter of. And he drops his dress.
Oh wow! And Nicole like covers her eyes and looks away.
He's
Hey, if you guys want, Kess, if you're wanting some fresh clothes, I got some extra coveralls. If that's, I mean, I think we're about
There
the
you
same
go.
size.
Please, dear God.
Really pretty coveralls.
Coveralls. Yes.
Nicole, that's very sweet. I don't know if that's my style.
Do you
Oh
have
well,
a
I mean,
pair
yeah,
in
that's you know, I've got some fantasy Carhartt and some fantasy Liberty,
Wagon Heart?
some Wagon Heart. Yeah, it's I got different brands that you might be into, or you know, you can go steal. I feel odd enabling you to go steal clothes, but you know, hey, you know, you got to save the world.
More than anything, I just want something clean.
Do you have
I
anything
gotta-
in quadruple extra small?
We got lunch. No, I don't have that. But there's a laundry facility that I can take your clothes to.
We could steal people who've left their clothes at the laundry.
They're saying you can clean them.
But they'll be cleaned. Don't you just drop that shit off there? We'll just grab it out of the dryer.
It seems like you guys have your own thing going on, so you're welcome to stay here as long as you want to. But I gotta get to work. So I as long as you don't need me for anything today, I've got. And she sort of like takes the map that I imagine one of you might have just left on the table or something. Like it's imaginable that she has seen the map that you all have. And she takes it and draws on it where her place of work is located. Just if you need me, come find me here.
I imagine that Nicole has the same 7 pairs of coveralls and 7 pairs of the same color shirt underneath, and you just open it up and she's
Yes.
Mario every day of the week.
Precisely. Yes.
I like it.
Have a good day at work.
You have a good day. With whatever it is that have a good day. And she leaves.
Okay, so I don't know where to start. We could just waltz down to the forge and take a look and see what's up. We could. I'm not particularly excited about the idea of trying to talk to somebody who runs this town. Now, maybe we could work with them. Maybe they would help us when they know the stakes. That's probably.
It gets messy.
Wait,
It's kind of the whole why are we asking for permission when we could just ask for forgiveness later?
Yeah.
After we've saved the continent, world, people.
if we talk to the bigwigs in town here, she said that they have stakes.
I'm sure they do.
Then that's the plan I think we should follow.
Okay.
We need to go get
Yes.
you coffee. You want coffee? let's get some coffee in you first, and then we could talk about possibly stealing some clothes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Just promise me we won't draw attention to ourselves, please.
We are the Laylos.
Family of Laylos.
Few good Laylos.
Okay.
12 angry Laylos.
Okay. I could always just like pop back home and then pop back here.
You just want to go like you.
Now you're thinking.
Like an entire big spell to go
Okay.
change clothes.
Okay, so
Before
Locke
you answer that
Locke
question-
knows that's so dumb. Kess thinks it's the best idea in the world. Thinks it's the
Before-
answer to all of her problems.
Okay.
Are there clothes in it for me?
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah,
great. And
okay.
then we get steaks.
Why don't I wait? I'll wait here with Pongu. You go to pop back to Mardosta for a minute and change, and then I'll go get coffee and come back, and I'll bring some for everybody. Q, give me like 15 gold.
15 gold.
Okay. If it's more than that, sorry. And I'll wait and let Pongu sleep, and then I'll meet you back here.
Okay, do you need anything? Do you need
No.
Nothing?
Just don't. Just hurry.
Wait, Cass.
Huh.
If we go back together, we could tell your parents that we haven't had steaks yet, and then eat steaks there, and then come back here and get more steaks, get double the steaks.
Okay, but that is
I'm just really raising the stakes.
that is taking more time than what Pierce just said that we need to take.
You're right. But
I'm gonna-
maybe we tell them to send steaks with us.
I'm gonna just lightly wake Pongu up.
Disciple.
Oh, Pongu, I'm running back to Mardosta real quick. Do you
Uh.
need anything? And then I'll be right back.
No, good, yeah.
Okay.
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 Reconvene. I'm coffeeing. I'll bring back coffee. You go.
Okay.
Close.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's. Okay. Pierce walks out the front door.
I grab the doorknob and I stick it in the side of the wall and I pull Q through.
Okay. So, first, like, you guys step through this portal in the door, and you are gone. At the same time as Pierce closes the door to the apartment. And Pongu just honks you laying there on the floor. Pierce, you step outside and you see 4 different coffee shops in walking distance of you. They are plentiful, because you are, after all, essentially on a college campus.
3 of them are the same company.
Yeah.
This is okay. Closest one. Good shit. This is
Yeah.
good.
You go in there and you pay, 2 silver for some coffee and you're set.
Okay. Pierce wants to bring back 4 coffees. If that,
Okay, yeah.
to the
6
house.
silver, yeah.
And
8 silver.
that's how math works.
Yep.
8 silver. And stops and like before he goes back in, he wants to like get a sense of the hustle and bustle. Like, is everybody here on this level, for lack of a better word, determined? Like,
Yes.
do they all have things they are doing?
You can make an insight check, but even just glancing, yes, you can tell there are students, there are researchers, there are people who are either in academia or in research of some sort. This is it, and there's also like Nicole said, there are a few areas, a few not storefronts, but a few basically areas of carved out stone where it looks like there's not as much happening there as there used to be. This is still a bustling area, but you can see sort of some shells where activity might have previously been that there is no longer. But yeah, everyone who is here seems to be ambitious, if that's sort of the they seem to have that kick in them.
So
the town from Beauty and the Beast.
bonjour. Yeah. So given the hustle and bustle and the determination with which everybody's doing, is anybody lingering? Like, does Pierce notice anyone looking at him?
Looking at him?
Uh-huh.
Make a perception check.
Okay. It's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Damn.
Okay.
Pierce has grown a third eye tonight.
Yeah.
Yes. Literally, I've never perceived that well this entire campaign.
Yeah, that's a second natural 20
And
perception.
twice in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, third eye right there.
So yeah, yeah. So you notice not necessarily anyone scoping you out, but you do see a couple of people glance sideways at you, like that guy kind of looks familiar. But no one is staring at you. But there are a couple of people who you sense recognition on their faces.
Okay. Then Pierce is going back in. He's going to set the coffees on the counter and the rest of Q's money with it for him to take back, and we'll wait.
Okay, so Pierce is just going to wait.
Just going to wait. He's going to meditate, actually. He's going to try something that he's never tried before, and he's going to sit crisscross applesauce. He's going to put his hands on his legs and close his eyes and block out everything.
Okay. So let's make that a thing. Make a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
General wisdom.
I'm okay. Found it. That is a 13.
13. Okay. You've never done this before, but still, it feels weird at first. But you reach a point to where your mind slows and you feel your heart rate slowing a bit. You don't reach transcendence by any stretch of imagination, but you reach a point where you sit and you think about what Pierce a year ago would have been like if he was in this close a proximity with his father. What Pierce a year ago would have been like if he was doing these things in this place with these people in this street, if he saw this airship, all of these things, you're reflecting on your growth. And you're kind of proud of yourself. It's interesting. But yeah, as I said, you don't necessarily reach transcendence or any stretch of imagination, but you meditate.
I think the feeling that is new that I think Pierce just kind of pinpointed was that for the first time that he can remember, he thinking about his growth and like the way he would have been and the way he is now. It feels weird, but he kind of likes himself a little bit, and that's weird.
So you have that realization, but because you rolled fairly well, that doesn't jar you. You're just like, huh. And you have a clear head as all of these things, as all of these thoughts travel through you. It's like it's like your thoughts are a river and you're not doing anything to slow them down or chase them or push them away. Your thoughts are happening, you're experiencing them, and you're chill with that. Okay. Back in Mardosta, the door in the greenhouse swings open, and as it does, a wooden toy arrow with like a plunger tip on the end of it sort of like slams into the glass wall, and you hear Zev go, "Hey, get back here!" And you hear a little girl giggling and running away. And you see Zev like do this like somersault through the greenhouse, and he sees you. What the fuck are you doing? You're gonna blow my cover. Go, 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 go.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hey.
Get back here, you little shit!
Oh.
And as he's going, he's cronking. He's dun 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 bum bum bum. Dun. He's giving himself his own theme music.
Oh man.
Wait, Cass.
Huh?
Is he my brother now?
Yes. Yes. Are you making your own theme song music too?
Shh. No.
Bum, 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 da, 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 da. Kess doing it too. Okay. Oh. Okay. Q.
What?
Do you want to run with me to check on my brother real quick? Our brother real quick?
Brother, comrade.
The other one? The one that you always forget about?
Zeph?
Boss. That was them. Boss. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Well, let's hurry. Let's run. Okay.
Run.
Okay.
No.
We're running to boss's room.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. So you step in. So you're going to his bedroom?
No, to his work office. Swing
Oh,
open
so
the
like
door
the-
like Kramer.
Okay.
I slide in.
Your hair is just sticking up. And you're wearing it's appropriate because you're wearing these slacks, right? And this so
I'm
yeah,
not.
you slide in. You're not wearing. I thought you were wearing a suit.
No, I'm in a skirt and a black shirt.
Oh, okay.
Currently,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were wearing the other outfit. Okay.
He was in a leisure suit, so let's get...
So yeah, you both Kramer slide into the room, and Voss is like, "Oh, how long has it been?" And it looked like he's rubbing his eyes, and it looks like he's been working on a potion for quite some time. Do you see several
Boss?
burnt-
Not Rook.
Not Rook. Sorry. Okay, yeah.
Big family.
Brain fart. It's a big family. You gave me a lot of NPCs. So yeah, you go in to. Okay, you said you're going into his office area.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so yeah, you go in and he is sort of hiding. You get the vibe that he has been asked to join in the game of war that is happening in the manor, and he's just kind of not feeling like running right now. So the door opens and he kind of jumps. Oh, it's you. Okay. What's up?
Hey, I don't have much time. Do you have my sword?
Yeah, I do. Dad. Okay. So if Dad finds out how much this cost. And
then I will have saved the world with it, and it will all be okay. And I take it.
All right.
Thank you. Don't tell anybody. Okay, bye.
Bye, big bro.
Yeah.
And so at that point, he and Locke, you and I need to talk a little bit about what exactly, because we haven't spoken since the last. We need to talk about what exactly this is.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But so it's in this case. You step back out into the hall, and this game of war is still happening down, all throughout the halls of the manor. And so what is it that you're doing now?
Oh, now I'm going to get close. I just wanted to grab that. Wow,
Okay.
good.
Okay. So yeah, you run to the third floor, and you.
You know how sometimes there's change bowls in houses, money dishes, that
Yeah.
people just put spare. I'm gonna just grab whatever's in that as I'm running through the house.
So there's not a lot, right? Because your family kind of operates a lot on
Right.
credit.
Yeah, they
There's
do.
a few. There's
That's
a few
fair.
spare silver. There's not really any gold. But
Oh man.
roll a d20 for me.
5.
5. Okay, yeah, you find 10 silver as you're like running the house.
Locke's like, you know how it's super common for people to leave piles of money laying
Piles?
around?
No, I didn't want
I'm
like
just gonna
piles
grab
of
them.
money, but
You
like,
wanted change, and
you
got
know,
change.
yeah, like this is fun, and I'm just gonna, I'm
You
gonna
were
hand it.
disappointed that there wasn't a pile of money.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, you're the
You know how
DM.
some families leave like really high level magic items sitting around?
You know, in their high-level magic item bowl.
Yeah, she grabs
When there's children.
Just whatever's there.
Oh my gosh.
whatever's laying around.
Well,
If
I'm.
we ever create merch that's not like t-shirts or whatever, we need to create a high-level magic item bowl just
Yes.
as
yeah.
decor.
With little 3D printed magic items in it.
And I'm doing all this as fast as possible, and I hand that to Q.
People not 3D print magic. Oh, okay.
Put that with your money.
Yeah. It'll go in the spot where Pierce took some from. Okay.
Oh, perfect. Okay, close. And I'm running as fast as I can, and I'm pulling Q to my room.
We
Okay, yeah, there's clothes in there.
Okay, Q.
You tell me what's in there.
Whatever you want in here.
No. Well, we should get Pierce a hat. He likes hat when he's trying to hide from people. He stopped hiding for us, so he stopped wearing a hat. But
Hat.
his dad's around, so we should give him a new hat first of all.
Okay, this is true. I'm gonna have to go grab a hat from like one of my brother's closets.
Brothers.
Okay, I'm gonna grab.
I'm thinking fedora or
Ooh,
like a page boy cap,
yeah, the page boy look.
like a Peaky Blinder.
Maybe get him like a coat that's like a tweed. okay, hang on. We'll do that. I know that boss
Zach,
has some of those. Zev doesn't.
Are they trying to make him Cillian Murphy?
Cillian Murphy.
Is that
Oh
the
shit! I forgot.
2 episodes in a row we have invoked the name.
Yeah. I'm just
I
saying.
forgot that we decided Pierce was Cillian
We
Murphy.
didn't. We
so
decided
yes.
Scott
Oppenheimer coming
was.
next year.
Oh, that's
right?
what Scott
It was
is.
Scott.
Wait,
Scott, yeah.
You're right. It was
Yeah.
Scott.
But
Well,
still,
we're gonna
that
make him
doesn't mean that
Tom
they-
Hardy
Just-
then.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
so-
not there. I'm metagaming. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay, so we're gonna get that. Cass is gonna grab a white linen like button-up shirt that has like it buttons. It has some frills on the collar. Going very
Puffy shirt. Got it.
what is it? Oh my gosh. Is it dark
Victorian?
Academia?
academia? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Very kind of collegey. A high-waisted like skirt that has like buttons all the way up the front. Just gonna get a little round brimmed hat that she bought and has never worn. Like it's very almost librarian Kes.
You're
But-
describing Rachel Weisz in The Mummy.
Yeah, pretty much. But like she's wanting to, so this seems like a place of like where it feels more modern than just like I don't know how to explain it.
Yes,
Yeah,
he was
it's
just
wanting to
the
kind of fit in.
archaeologist look,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. Pretty much.
but
And
without wearing coveralls.
exactly. Yeah. What Kess would wear instead of Nicole. Booties and like a little sweater like kind of thing too, and also a little vest under it as well.
Yeah,
So
it like buckles down like one of those vests where you can see mostly sweater, but like Rachel Weisz in The Mummy.
sure. I don't know. All I know is that she looks really cute.
Let me ask you a question. Are you done? Because I'm related to Q.
That's exactly yes. That is everything. Everything's tones of grays and blacks and whites. Okay.
Has Cass always been tones of grays and blacks and whites? Always.
Always.
Okay.
Except for
What would Cass-
red at the ball. Go ahead.
What would Cass have worn when she was, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years old? And would she still have that in the back of her closet?
Yeah.
Because she seems like someone who would keep.
Very Wednesday Addams type clothes.
Better than I could have hoped
like little dresses with the little collar, but it also has little frills and yeah.
You gotta have the gloves and the
Huh? Gloves?
Except you can't
not gloves, but the
yeah,
wrist.
like you were saying, the frills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't wear little girl gloves because he has claws.
Right.
So yeah, he puts on a Wednesday Adam dress, rips a pair of stockings, trying to squeeze his scaly legs in, but they're still there, but they're like torn up stockings now. And Wednesday Adam dress, Sunday best kind of funeral attire, and
Wednesday best.
Wednesday best.
The
You're right.
sleeves
Wednesday
are
best.
like white because it's kind of like a shirt under the dress kind of thing.
The second
with a
shirt.
collar
So it's
pulling.
it's like a sleeveless dress over a long sleeve shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And then he can't put on her very nice like penny loafer type shoes or whatever they are, the clogs looking thing. But he does take the spats off of them and puts the spats over his feet claws.
So it's like Wednesday Addams meets Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, Wednesday Adam meets Scrooge McDuck. We meet the scariest looking lizard motherfucker you've ever seen.
Okay.
How do I look?
This is a look.
Okay.
Looks.
You
look
got
great.
a hat for this?
I can. I just hand him a bunch of different hats of different shapes because she's got everything. They're all black though. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Okay.
He picks one that's like, like an old
When Kate Winslet gets out of the car in Titanic and the hat is like sideways. Like...
Yes, well, he has to because he can only fit it over one horn. But it's like one of those that, not pilgrim, but like an Amish kind of hat where it's like round and then it's almost like a sun hat, but it's a straight bill.
Mm-hmm.
Flat bill sun hat looking thing.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Mennonites, maybe? I don't know. One of those.
I don't know.
Yeah. Not a pilgrim, because that's the big tall ones.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So Wednesday Addams in a flat bill sun hat.
Gosh.
Cocked sideways.
With Scrooge McDuck spats.
And
With
you're.
Scrooge McDuck spats.
And this is what. Yes. Okay. This. Okay.
Well,
this
to be
looks...
fair, I had like 3 options because a lot of your small kid clothes in the back are getting kind of moldy. You might want to put some mothballs and shit back there. But I like this. Do you like this look?
Yeah. Yeah. Looks great.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's get that page boy cap and Cillian Murphy coat.
Jacket. Yes. Okay. And that's.
Who's your most Cillian Murphy brother?
It's Voss.
Oh, well, we were just there.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna run in his room instead of in his office and not tell him. So
steal.
We'll just go.
You did want to steal some.
I did. This is kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
He is still hiding out in his office, so he does not notice.
Yeah.
So easily enough, you're able to go in his room and find. You know the exact hat. You know where he keeps his shit. You're able to find it easily enough.
It's kind of the same coloring as all of Pierce's clothes is now.
Sure.
But, had a little different style. So, okay. Ready?
Ready.
So we got to go back through tree now.
Okay.
Okay.
Was there a tree?
No, but there was one outside, so we'll just walk back in the gate. I made friends.
Okay. Are they gonna be confused? No, that's okay.
I'll just
Let's
say
go.
magic.
We could be magic. You're right. That's fine. I was gonna make up a whole story about a set of identical twins, the Lelos.
We're not identical.
No, we would be the identical twins, the people that came in the day before. We're here to meet our identical twins.
We are in drastically different styles now.
Right. Instead of Q, I'll be K. K. Lay low. Because you can't change the last name. That's how twins work. And
Right.
you can be Sec. backwards. Or
Okay.
something.
I don't care. So
All right, perfect.
we'll get in somehow. I'm also gonna go over to my drawer and I'm gonna reach in, and I have a bunch of little like pins, like brooches. But they're very simple and like smaller. But they're all different animals and different like plants and leaves. And I'm going to grab a snake one.
Okay.
Hey, grab that pearl necklace while you're in there. It'll look good on Pongo.
Oh, okay.
Now-
Yeah. These are real. It doesn't matter anyways. And I'm gonna...
They're fake ones.
Yeah.
I just felt like we should bring him something back too, but
Well, he said he didn't want anything, but yeah.
it's a nice gesture.
You're gonna get him a knife.
A knife.
God.
Okay, I run to the kitchen and I grab the best knife in there.
And
That's
as
smart,
you're
yeah.
as you're in there, they're in the middle of prepping lunch service, and like you basically run up and grab the knife out of the chef's hand, and he's just like whoa, what is it? And like he's just kind of stuttering over himself as you run out with a knife that's got like
Cats don't run.
like shaking like cabbage off of it as you run.
About this time, Pierce is thinking to himself, all they were supposed to get was clothes. Where the fuck are they?
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a couple hours.
Oh gosh. We go to the greenhouse and Kiss trying to do everything as fast as she can, but I'm guessing more time has passed than she realizes, you know?
I mean, yeah,
So-
it takes some time.
She
You have to
also
fight your way through basically a battlefield.
leaves her room a complete mess. Like, I mean, has gone through all the drawers to find all the perfect clothes. So, okay, yeah,
Probably not the first time.
I cast.
I think this has been a splendid way to spend our time.
I agree. I think it's been
You
great.
does a little
Spells.
courtesy.
Okay, cast teleport via plants on the biggest plant
Okay.
in the greenhouse, and
What
I
is the tree? Just give me a little bit of a picture. What is the exact tree in the greenhouse? Like, what is the species of tree?
I already
Yeah,
said it, and I can't remember what it was now.
Was it like a
And-
palm?
No,
I thought it was the ones that are in the offices. Ficus?
fiddle leaf fig.
Fiddle leaf fig.
Did I say that?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that's
Like
fair.
a large fig leaf.
They're quite small though, is the problem. Like their trunks are thin, but maybe this.
We'll say
one's
that this
just
one
a
is
really
very big.
one. I mean, it's a fantasy fig, so it's fine.
Yeah. So you
Fine.
step through, and as you do, you hear the commotion of Zev and Nylena, little baby Nylena running around, and you step back through, and you both step through at the same time. Step through the tree, and there is like a pine tree that is standing outside of the gates. And as you step out of it, the same guards that were on the other side of the gates when you walked through the first time are standing there. And the guy who spoke to you was like, "Oh, hey, you changed clothes. That sure is neat. Also, that's fun magic."
Yeah, thanks. We had to run home really quick because we forgot
I
some
didn't
things.
see you walk through, but that's interesting.
Well, I
Okay,
mean-
wow,
The magic.
the magic. Yeah. Okay, well, welcome back.
Thanks. And I grab Q and run.
Whoa, y'all sure are going fast, huh?
Our coffee's
And
getting
you-
cold.
It's frigid at this point. So yeah, you make your way back through back to Nicole's apartment, and yeah, Pierce is just sitting there grumbling, and he's holding like he's got 4 coffees out in front of him. And Pongu, I would imagine by this point you're probably awake. We'll say that you could have gotten a full rest by now.
Pongus probably, when they arrive, he prestidigitation warms up the coffees for them as they come back. Hello.
Hi.
Well,
Oh,
You look great.
Thank
hey,
you.
You're gonna look great too.
here you go. If you want it, you don't even have to use it right now. You can save it. But we kind of just thought that this would look really good on you. So
Pierce looks at it's the hat, right?
It's a hat
Is it-
and the
Oh,
jacket.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Like
and a
a
jacket.
yeah, like a jacket.
Oh.
Wow, look at you all. So fancy.
Okay. Yeah. No, I like it.
I
this
mean,
is great.
cool.
Mix it up. You know what?
Win in Nevyra, you know?
Let's mix it up a bit. So Pierce goes ahead and he takes off his duster and his, the hat that everybody beat on except Kess hugged it, and then put it in the bag, and he puts the new hat on, and the pea coat is, has some length to it, but it's not like the duster. It's not full on, but he sort of settles in, thinking, little new, but not bad. And then he says, little new, not bad.
You look smarter.
Yeah.
Like, not that you look dumb, but like.
Then Pongu?
No.
I look smarter than Pongu?
You.
That's very
you're
nice.
Brilliant, always.
Sure.
Yeah, well. Okay. He tilts the brim down a little bit to see how much of his face it covers, like when he goes outside, and he decides that he's happy with it.
I show him
Pongu.
the hilt of the void saber. Just like talking about it, like I picked this. I remember whenever apparently it costs a lot of money. I didn't ask how much. Oh, Q, give Pongu the.
Yeah. Pangu,
Ooh,
I got you a
Chris,
necklace.
A
And by
necklace?
I got you a necklace, I mean Cass got you a necklace.
That's lovely.
But I mean, it was your idea, so you got him the necklace.
It was Cass's necklace, though.
I'm not wearing it.
Now Pongu's necklace.
Or
It's great.
bracelet, or whatever,
No,
or
said Pongu.
or
you wear
wing
your
decoration. I don't know.
You put
Pong.
pearls in your wings?
You can. You can accent him. I think Pongu actually puts it around one of his bangles, next to some of his other tribal looking bangles from Monavai.
Aw,
It is wonderful. Has a nice little jingle.
cute.
Do like a jingle.
And something about the it looks really, really dope. Something about the juxtaposition between really finely polished pearls and the tattoos that are on Pongu's leg, I imagine, looks really, really dope.
Nailed it. Called it.
It's fun. Thank you so much. How was home? Your
Oh,
family
and here, and I hand him the knife.
Ooh.
Cabbage stained red from cabbage, like red cabbage, and there's it's been used recently.
Pongu
Ain't a little
flourishes
wash.
it. He flourishes it up in the air, and you can tell there's a telekinetic flourish in it, to kind of spin it off, and then he lands it into the equivalent of a chef knife holster for himself or whatever. Thank you. This will be great for making cutting into various things like meat
Flesh.
and flesh. Yeah,
Meat
Yeah.
flesh.
Meat flesh.
meat flesh.
Like
I
the
think I
steaks
get-
we have to-
I get really weird when I'm around Q for a while, I think, is what's happening right now.
It does
I-
rub off.
I mean, I'm a changeling. I think I just kind of I adapt,
You absorb
right?
it.
I just kind of not that it's a bad thing, Q. You are you, but I also just kind of became you for a moment. That was really weird. I need to.
Empathy is wonderful. Your
Yeah,
family,
especially
are
when
they
it leads
okay?
to Stabbing meat flesh.
Yeah. Your
Oh, my-
brothers, your family.
My family's fine. Nylena was playing with Zev and I think Voss, but Voss was kind of hiding from them. But they were running around.
Was Nyx there?
I didn't see him. But also I don't know what he looks like. But I didn't see anyone new, so
He's a tall, dark tiefling, very large chest muscles and defined biceps and very.
She
cut
100%
triceps.
would have noticed him.
Guess for what it's worth, you were only on the home base, third floor. You were only on the third floor.
I was
That
only
was fun.
on.
Yeah, I just realized what was said.
I was only on the 3rd floor, but like also.
Well, you went to the kitchen, but still, you didn't.
Yeah,
You didn't see him.
Yeah, I didn't see anyone.
She seemed fine though.
Yeah, she
My
was having
child
fun.
mentor.
Yeah.
Okay. And your
They were-
family.
They were
seemed
making
okay?
their own theme music.
Oh.
And shooting arrows.
Yeah.
Not real arrows.
Not real arrows. I didn't
Oh,
see
that
my
sounds-
mom or my dad. I saw Voss and Zev.
Yeah.
And I was and Nylena.
And in the
Okay.
back of the closet for a while.
Yeah.
While we
So any
mixed and matched.
now that we're here and we have coffee,
Yeah. Okay, coffee. Thank you.
what do we do in Nevyra?
We.
Steaks.
I think the first thing we need to do is figure out the highest up person that we can get an audience with and try to explain the situation to them and see if they'll give us their blessing to go to the forge. I don't think we should say that it's going to be destroyed. I don't think that we should talk about what happened at the last town. But I think that we should say that part of the thing that's fueling their town is also fueling this invasion, this catastrophe. And because I don't want them to kick us out of town if they fear for the safety of their town. But if they can help us, then maybe they can help us.
Okay. Yeah, that would be best case scenario. Right?
Yeah.
But what if
Are you about to worst case scenario me?
maybe kind of I'm just like okay, this forge is what they've built their entire existence around.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult to convince people that something is not something that they've thought that it was their entire life.
Right.
Or their entire existence. You know?
But
Whereas showing versus telling is much better, but I don't know how we could.
the right thing to do would be to let them make that decision on their own, right? Because it's their stuff.
Not
Initially.
not if we think the likelihood of the decision they make is going to get everybody killed.
And also I'm worried. What if they think they can take care of themselves with their army?
Okay.
We've seen it.
so-
We know they can't. Like there's no stop, like bullets can't stop the cloud.
Over the last months or year, or however long we've been traveling together, we have managed to stay completely, for the most part, out of politics. So I guess, why start now?
That's a
Why
nice-
try to convince them when
You
we
just
can
do
just
it
make
for
it
'em.
happen for them?
For the greater good.
Because we know what's best. Right?
We are certainly convinced of it.
Politicking is challenging. I spent a number of years employed in the Fey courts, and so it gets really challenging.
I don't see myself, now that I'm playing it out in my head, being able to explain this. And if Kess goes up there, I mean, no offense, Kess, but it's going to be a 15-minute long speech and they're not going to know what's happening.
So what's the backup plan? We sneak down to the forge, try to find the fire ourselves, and summon Ash to
Okay,
either put it
I have a
out.
really, really bad idea.
I do too, and we might be on the same. We might be thinking about the same thing.
Here's first. And
If we find my dad, we could ask him to help.
That is a really bad idea.
Oh, didn't someone suggest that yesterday, I wonder?
Shut up, Pangu.
Sips the tea. Coffee.
From a rainbow mug, no less.
We are 50-50 when it comes to parents of this group. So really your dad could go either way.
If he has that kind of money and sway, he'll be able to... What was your idea?
I think mine's gonna sound dumb now. I was thinking that maybe we act like scholars or researchers and we try and like tell them that we're wanting to research it all while we're trying to figure out how maybe we could destroy it without destroying the city, because we really don't know what we're dealing with yet until we see it.
So we tell them we're researchers and then actually do research.
Fun fact.
Yeah, actually.
Out of character but pertinent, Pangu actually has the sage background, and my feature is researcher. So I am actually a researcher.
See? We wouldn't even have to lie.
Well, that would be the truth.
But also, your dad, we could possibly, there is a chance to have pull there.
Well, what if we did Cass's idea, got a lot of information, and then took that information to Pierce's dad possibly? And then Pierce's dad might have the weight and pull to convince upper. Now, here's the problem with Pierce's dad is that if Pierce's dad disagrees, now one of the most powerful people with a shitload of guns knows what we're doing.
Worst case scenario, we just, delete
Charm
all of
him.
his memories and existence.
No, like, we just need to, like... Look, I've seen my parents
magic way
charm
to
a
make
lot of
him
people.
not remember anything ever
Do?
again.
You?
What?
Kill him?
Oh,
Yeah.
murder.
Yeah,
Murder?
Oh, Pierce Cass murder.
I'm just saying. What were you saying? Your family what?
Well, I mean... They've fooled a lot of people. We could ham it up with your dad.
Well,
You'd have to
Yeah.
keep it under control. And you might not even have to control anything. It might be fine.
oh, so pretend to not be Pierce?
No. Still be Pierce. But
Okay.
Well,
Let's see what we can learn about the Forge. Let's see if we can research some way to not blow up. At the very least, we need to not blow up this town.
yeah, I agree.
Before you guys got back, Pongo and I were chatting, and I just can't destroy that much gambling. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So,
gambling?
Also, I would really... Well, wait. I don't know about that, so never mind. What kind of gambling? And then I'll tell you what I was going to say.
Pongo,
Yeah.
imagine the most magical land there is.
Okay.
And Pongo, tell him about the gambling.
So, listen. I know we have very important things to do, what we're saving the world, but should we need more money to do the things that we need to do, we could possibly get it in the gambling pits in the arenas. There's a food cook-off. There's so many things down there that I explored. I didn't partake, I promise. And I think we could clean house.
And if we can't make money down there, we might be able to endear ourselves to some people who could help us.
Yeah. What I've quickly learned, especially in the area, is when there's lots of money available, power tends to be very close nearby.
So, let's learn about the Forge. And then if we need to get the say or sway of someone higher up instead of going straight to the council or the king or the, I don't even know how this town runs, but we could go to the bank.
We could find out, yeah. I mean, you all know royalty and stuff too, yeah?
And I won't shoot him.
Unless they ask for it.
If he asks me to, I'll shoot him.
What if... What if your mom's here?
Pierce walks over and just sits down on the furniture because he's assumed that she's been in Evercrest this whole time, or near the Crescent Isles this whole time, and isn't sure if she even survived the recent calamity. So he's just been in this like state of, she might be alive, she might be dead, but she's nowhere near. And just the thought is possible that she could be somewhere else. Just he goes and he sits down.
I go and I like kneel in front of him and I'm like, I didn't mean to break you. I just like, you know, sometimes where there's a powerful man, there's an even more powerful woman.
What does that mean?
I didn't. Women are powerful, Pierce.
Yeah, I agree with you. Are you saying that you think that she's the one running the show? Running his company or his...
No. But
she wouldn't do that.
No, I'm not saying that she would do that. I'm just saying she might have a lot more say in maybe some good things. You know, she might could help us convince him if he's not wanting to do stuff. I don't know.
Maybe.
We should take this one step at a time before we get too far ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
What the hell do I sound like?
You look a lot smarter, Q.
Thanks, and he curtsies. He tips his hat.
It's a lovely hat.
Thanks. It was Cass's.
Kess has gotten very quiet and very shy over just the fact that Pierce might have thought that she meant something bad about his mom.
Yeah, he's grappling with that, so he's not saying anything.
Yeah, she's just.
Where's Nicole in all of this? Sorry.
She is not here at the moment.
She went to work.
She's gone to her place of research. That's all she told you.
You're a researcher, and Cass is dressed like a researcher according to her, and Pierce looks smart. You guys are researching. What do I do? Am I the money? Am I the financier?
Yeah. This could be your like intern. You're shadowing us. You are our shadow.
I don't like the term shadow.
You
got a lot of baggage around the term around
You
shadows
are
and
a-
shadow-like objects.
How about like accompanying pal?
You said intern, and that sounded
Intern, yeah.
that's a lot less shadowy. You said intern, and then you went to shadow, and I that was a whiplash.
That's fair. Sometimes they're synonymous. But yeah, internship. Are you familiar?
No.
Oh, basically, you are in the hopes of possibly becoming a researcher in the future.
Okay.
You like follow along people who are researchers, which would be Kess, Pierce, and myself.
Okay. So like when your mom takes you out and shows you how to hunt and eat things, and you
Yeah.
eventually become the person that hunts and eats the things.
Right.
I was an intern.
Yeah, that's actually a very good comparison. An eat turn.
Because then, in turn, it would be my turn to kill things and eat things. So, what are we eating?
Knowledge.
And so, as you all decide that you are eating knowledge, and as you decide that the lines are blurred between financier and intern, two things that are very, very much so the same.
Mhm.
You sit and you grapple with the possibilities of what you're about to find here in Nevyra. You grapple with some of the things that you've seen and some of the things that you may be seeing, and you wonder what is going to make this work. What is going to make this different? You have hope that there might be something. And as you sit in Nicole's apartment, sipping your cooling coffee, that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
No, Q drank coffee.
Q
Oh
did drink
no,
coffee.
Q drank coffee.
Oh yeah, you need a note for next time.
Yeah, I made a note of that.
Coffee.
Caffeinated Q. If we ever, that's a merch idea. If we ever get to like sell, we could sell coffee. I want a Q brew.
Or just like a coffee mug with just a tweaked out Q,
Yeah.
like shaking.
I was thinking of like a little stuffed cue where you like wind it, and then when you let go, it just shakes a bunch.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's the best. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on session 52 of Adventures Unabridged, and I got the name right that time. We love you all so very much. Don't forget, if you want to listen to the show via podcast, you may do so. Hopefully, by the time you are hearing this, all of our podcasts are up to date. And also, don't forget that we have Adventures Abridged if you want to catch truncated versions of the adventure that we're having. We are working now. We're powering through the first time that the Nobodies went to High C. So if that's the sort of thing you're into, 10, 15 minutes at a time, consider hitting that up.
I loved
And
High C as a kid.
High C.
Mhm.
Yeah. You get
Me
all
too.
the different flavors from the fountain machine. So yeah, consider liking, rating, reviewing, all of that fun stuff of all of our different content offerings. We will be back 2 weeks from now. In the meantime, we love you, and meeting adjourned. Good night.